Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jimmy. I'm with Tropicana Golf. And the headline today is how to play good golf always. Well, what does that mean? Well, there's a difference between playing golf, playing good golf, and playing great golf. Playing golf is when you come out and you hit the ball around, you have some drinks, cigar. You don't even keep score, or you do, but it's so bad that you don't even care. Playing good golf is coming out, playing golf, hitting some fairways, hitting some greens, feel like you're doing what you want to do. And playing great golf is coming out, still having some drinks, having a cigar, hitting fairways, hitting greens, and then putting. Putting is the difference between good golf and great golf. This weekend, we had a Tropicana tournament at State Line. State Line is between Nevada and California. There's a little place called Primm Valley, right on the border. It's a great golf course, and I had every intention of filming a couple holes and showing you what it's like to play golf in the California-Nevada desert. Unfortunately, we had 50-mile-an-hour winds, and the setup that I have is a tripod and microphones, and it would have been a disaster, things blowing all over the place. But what I did learn during that time, because I was watching others play, they couldn't adapt. They could not adapt to the wind. They couldn't figure out how to play through it. And I'm not telling you that I played great. I played good because I hit fairways and greens. I couldn't putt because every time I'd get over the ball, it was 50-mile-an-hour winds and stuff flying in my eyes and the whole thing. It's no excuse. I didn't putt well. Bottom line, I didn't putt well, and that would have been the difference. But I did make some realizations while I was playing. I could see that these guys were hitting their normal shots, not changing anything. And when you have 50-mile-an-hour winds, you got to make some changes. You got to make changes when it's hot. You got to make changes when it's cold, when it's windy, when it's rainy, and when it's perfect. But here's what I found out. I was hitting this ball flight that was low, and it would get down on the ground. Once the ball's on the ground, the wind doesn't have that much an effect on it. Sure, it might roll a little bit right or left depending on the wind, but if you hit a ball square and high in the air and it's flying around, you're at the mercy of the wind. Sometimes it's strong, sometimes it's 25 miles an hour stronger up there than it is down here. So I thought, keep the ball low, let it go. And as soon as the ball hit the fairway, I exhaled. With every club, I knew that I could get it low, get it through the wind, and let it do its thing. So today, we're going to play with that mentality. I'm going to show you the difference on how to play good golf always. Okay, so here we are. This is a par 4, downhill, back tees. They're doing some construction on overseeding on the tee box, so we're way back here. The pin is blue. It's way back there. This is a long hole today. It's normally 340. It's probably about 370 today. Anyway, what I realized and what I learned was that a low ball flight eliminated the risk of anything going on up there. Okay, great. Now, how do you do it? Well, what I did was every single club, I normally play it middle to back of my stance. Well, I exaggerated it. I pushed it all the way back, almost to my back foot. That's really far back there. That allows you to compress the ball, keep the ball low, out of the wind, let it go, but also get down on the ground quickly. So we're going to play with that. And I'm going to teach you that as soon as the ball gets on the grass, you're safe. None of these high slices that just, you've seen it a million times. It goes up and you're like, oh, that's not bad. Oh, it's getting bad. Oh no, now it's really bad. Oh my God, it's worse. Oh my God, it's in the street. How did that happen? It started on the left side of the fairway and ended up on the street or in the bushes or whatever. Well, here you go. I want you to play it back in your stance, way back, almost to your back foot. I want you to turn back, wave to the camera. Then I want you to just fall on your left side. Here, fall on your left side and smack the back of the ball like this. No more of this. Turn and smack the ball down. Watch this ball flight. Here we go. This is a 6-iron I have in my hand. I'm just going to turn back, compress it, and let it fly. That's perfect. The ball is low. Even if there was a ton of wind, which there's not, that ball would have gotten through it, flown, hits the ground, and it's beautiful. So let's go do it again, and I'll show you that this method can be used even if it's not windy. If you're just playing a normal round, the ball's not going to lose much distance. You might lose 6 yards, but you're safe, and it flies at a trajectory that you can control. These big high shots, I played them for a long time. I'd hit the ball super high, and it just didn't really work out for me. I was at the mercy of whatever was going on up there, and I felt like I had to swing really, really hard to do it. This, I turn back, I wave to the camera, I fall onto my left side, and I just smack the back of the ground. I'm sorry, the back of the ball. And the ball shoots out on a low trajectory, hits the grass, and stops. Or releases a little bit, but whatever, it's safe. So here's my ball. It still traveled a good way. It's in the shadow here. I don't know if you can see it. We have 100 and, well, there's 100 right there. So I have 120 yards. It's a back pin. So I'm going to play this at 110 yards. Let's call it 120 yards. Now here's another thing I did while I was out there. I played to the front of the green. And maybe that's why I putted so poorly, because I was putting like 50-foot putts, and these are big greens. But when there's trouble in the air, just get the ball down and try to get it to the green, anywhere on the green, so you can putt. Because once you're putting, normally, things are a lot easier. You don't have elements in the air because the ball stays on the ground. So here we go. I have a 50 degree. I have about 100 yards to the front of the green. 100 yards, that's all I want to do. Well, how do I hit a 100-yard shot low? Still, play it back in my stance, turn back, wave to the camera, fall on my left side, smack the back of the ball. Looks a little something like this. Low. It's not as big high release up here or a round over here. It's just boom, boom. And you're kind of just low. Oh my God, like the camera. Look at that. Well, that's what happens when you play in wind. There is a little bit of wind out here. Let me fix this. Sorry about that. My camera guy fell asleep on the job. Let's try this again. There's the ball. There's the pin. We're dialed. Well, hey, now you know there's real elements out here. It's windy. There is wind. So let's hurry up and do it before it blows again. Turn back, fall forward, hit the back of the ball. Here we go. Ball goes low. You'll be able to see that. Even if it's short, it's okay. Okay? It's short. It's short of the green. I kept the ball low. I wasn't going to let the wind take advantage of me. It's short. It's okay. That's not the worst thing that can happen. I could have hit it high, and then the wind could have taken it, and a normal 100-yard shot turns into a 140-yard shot or whatever. Now I know, okay, worst case scenario, I'm going to make a 5. Worst case scenario. Best case scenario, I make this, I make a 3, and the average scenario is make a par, which is good, and bogeys are okay. You get through it, and when there's high wind and high pressure situations, everybody plays poorly. So all you have to do is stay alive, stay away from the big numbers, and just play golf. And that's the winners of that tournament did just that. They didn't try to do too much. They just knew that everybody was going to struggle and everybody was going to have the same wind issue. Okay, so now I have 28 yards. 28 yards. I just want to hit it close. I'm not trying to make this. The wind is not really an issue anymore because the ball's going to stay low. I'm not going to hit a high chip shot. I'm going to hit a low pitch, something like that. Play it back in my stance. Right hand is down. Run it into the back of the ground. Right into the back of the ball. Ball will go up the face, spin, and stop. This is a very easy shot. I see a lot of people get way back here. What are you doing up here? It's 25 yards. The club should go no higher than here. Now, feel it right here, waist high. Sometimes it goes a little higher, but you feel like right here. I feel this. I don't know how high that actually is, but this is what I feel. And that's all there is to it. Get to the back of the ball, play it back in my stance, up to here and hit it. Ball goes up. And you do a little dance, a little dance, a little dance. Normally you don't make that shot, but I'm really good with this club. This is a 69-degree wedge. I'm really good with it. And I didn't even try to make it. Remember, I wasn't trying to make it. I showed you and I told you what I was trying to do. Just hit it close. Good things happen when you limit the mistakes that could happen. Meaning, I didn't take it up here. I didn't think about turning and holding and pivoting and sliding. No, it was just boom, boom. Listen, if you play in these circumstances where things are wild, the wind is wild, it's raining, it's snowing. I don't know if you play golf on the snow, but I think a lot of the Midwest snows and people play. Play on the ground. That's the point of today's story. That's how you play good golf always. Get it on the ground. Get it on the ground. Stay away from these big high shots. They're not going to help you. You put the ball in the air, anything can happen. NASA could find it, shoot it down. But if you put it down and you put it on the ground and you let it roll, things are going to work out for you, just like you saw. I hope this helps. I'll see you next time.